I'm scared. Great, perfect time to start. Let's go. Hey, what is up everyone? My name is Kyle. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's my first video. Oh my god. So I figured I could do kind of a bit of like a get ready with me / introduction / tutorial of sorts. So I guess without further ado, let's just get on with the video. I'm gonna use my phone screen as a mirror for a few things, but I will try and look in the camera. Now that I said that, I'm gonna use this to help clip my hair back. Great, so my hair is clipped back. You can see my entire face, yikes, hello. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna prime. I'm gonna use 2 primers. First primer I'm gonna use is the Farsali Liquid Glass. I like this because it just helps add a little bit of moisture back into my skin. It also has salicylic acid in it, which is really good for your skin. You can find it in quite a few skincare products. So I'm just gonna rub this in and then just pat it in. So as you can see, that just added a little bit more glow to my skin. And the next thing we're gonna use is one of my favorite primers. It's the Milk Hydro Primer. I know a lot of people have used this on YouTube, but I use this whenever I do anybody else's makeup, which we'll get into in a little bit. But anytime I do anybody else's makeup, I love using this. So I have my hand held, so I'm gonna hold it here, and then also so you guys can see what I'm doing. Oh Lord, this is spilling everywhere. Okay, let's get started. And then to prime my lips really quick, I'm gonna also use 2 things. This is the Sugar Lips Wonder Drops from Fresh, I think is the name of the brand. I couldn't tell you. I got this I didn't get this so long ago that it's like expired. Relax. I just don't remember who it's from. I think Fresh is the name of the brand, I think, right? Right? Yeah, for sure. That's just gonna put a little bit of moisture deeper into my lips. And then, in case you guys didn't recognize it, Carmex. It's literally one of my most favorite lip balms ever. Next, we're gonna move on to foundation. This foundation I really like because it's actually pretty full coverage and it has a really nice finish to it. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear in the shade 1W2 Sand. So while we're getting into this, why don't I introduce myself a little bit? Hello, my name is Kai. My full name is Kyle, but I kind of like going by Kai. I kind of like the way Kai sounds a little bit more. I'm 21 years old, getting into the game a little late. Yes, I know, but you know what? Better late than never, you know? I have been doing makeup on myself for about 4 years. No, 5. Oh my God, I've been doing my own makeup for 5 years. 5 years. I have to blend this out before it dries down. You know what? Let me do this first, blend everything out, and then I'll come back and talk a little bit. Alright, so the foundation's all blended out now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in with my concealer. This is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Light 2 Vanilla. So with this, I'm only going to really spot correct a little bit. Mainly, I'm just going to go around my mouth, under my nose right here. And I'm actually going to use this to strobe a little bit. So what I'm basically going to do is just go on the highest point of my cheekbones, right there, right here, and then also down my nose, and then a little bit right here in the middle. This is just going to help highlight the higher points of my face just a little bit more. Alright, so now that that is done, I'm actually going to go in and powder just a little bit. This is the Neutrogena Shine Control Powder. It's like a patch powder a little bit, and I'm just going to go in with this big powder brush. Just mainly do the center of my face and not really worry so much about that outer part of my face. So the reason why I'm not really powdering that much is because this foundation actually dries down really well, and I feel it's kind of like a shine control a little bit because I tend to get a little bit oily. When I wear this foundation, it kind of controls my oiliness and kind of keeps it down to a manageable level a little bit more. For eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Nude Light Palette. So I'm going to show you guys a look that you can do using just this palette and nothing else. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking this shade. It's kind of a nice muted rosy pink, and I'm going to be putting that all over the lid. And then I'm actually going to take it just a little bit and just kind of blend it up and then also down into this lash line just a little bit. So where the corner of my eye is, I'm gonna bring it out, and then I'm gonna just create that triangle right there. I'll see if I can show you guys on the other side. So take outer corner, bring it out, and then make the triangle right there. So bring it up, and then down. All right, next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the darkest brown shade in this palette. I'm not gonna take a whole lot of it, just a light wash of it, and I'm gonna put that into the outer corner. And then I'm also going to bring it down into the outer 1/3. So right where my pupil, the outside of my pupil ends, I'm gonna bring it right into that waterline, or lash line, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna take it and just pull it in a little bit. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a nice big blending brush and just blend the outside of that a little bit, just to make it a little bit more seamless. So next, on another flat brush, I'm just gonna wet it a little bit using my Urban Decay setting spray. And then I'm going to be taking this shimmer right here and mixing it with just a little bit of this shimmer. And what I'm gonna be doing is putting that on the center of my lid and then also on the lash line, I guess you would say. I'll show you what I mean. And we're just gonna pack it on. We're not gonna swipe, we're gonna pack it on because that kind of helps the shimmer stay in place just a little bit more. So now that it's on the lid, you can't really see it that well. But what we're gonna do now is bring it to the lower lash line. So you know when you squint and your eyes kind of puff up a little bit right here? We're gonna bring it just right under there, right in that line, just to kind of bring a little bit more of a shine to the lower lid and not necessarily smoke it out. And then we're just going to take the lighter shimmer right here, and then we're gonna put that in the inner corner. And then we're gonna connect the shimmers, the two shimmers. So from here, connect it and bring it down. The one thing I will say about these shimmers is that they do have a little bit of fallout. All I will say. Otherwise, they're actually really pretty. I actually really like them. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to take a skinny angled brush and go back into this deep brown. And we're actually gonna use it as a liner, but we're not going to line the entire lash line. We're just gonna line the outer corner. And all we're going to do is when you look down, press it into the corner right there so you kind of see where the line is, and then you just kind of want to define it a little bit. Just like that. So now I'm going to repeat that on the other side. So that is the entire eye look created with the Huda Beauty palette. Oh my god, I totally forgot to do introduction. Okay, I guess I'll start off with the rest of my face then. I'm going to go into lashes with mascara, but we're gonna just curl them first using an eyelash curler and then a special trick that I learned. All right, so this next trick is just a little weird, but I promise it works. So what we're gonna need is you're gonna need a match, but if you notice, here's the part that you're supposed to burn. I'm gonna be burning the end of this, the lighter. So all you're gonna do is you're just gonna heat up the end of the match just a little bit, let it cool off a little bit, and then you're going to just curl your lashes with it. Now be careful, don't let it get too hot. All you're gonna do is you're just gonna hold it, and this is just gonna help your lashes hold the curl a little bit more. Because if you think about it, when you curl your hair, you use a curling iron. So it's basically the same thing, just on a mini scale. But now all you're gonna do is just go in with your mascara. This is the Maybelline Falsies Push-Up Angel. Usually I do use a different Maybelline mascara. Fun fact, I left it in North Carolina when I was there for a horse show, which can segue us into my first About Me point. I ride horses. I've been doing it for 17 years. Oh my god, that's such a long time. I love it. It's been basically my whole life. And it's funny because I actually tried literally every other sport you could possibly think of, and they all lasted maybe a month. And so when I wanted to start riding, my parents were like, sure, whatever. And it just kind of took off. And then I stopped for 2 years when I got into my senior year of high school because I wanted to try and pursue acting. And then I just fell back into the industry. All right, so we're gonna get into brows next. I'm just gonna brush them out really quick, and then we're gonna fill them in using this pencil. This is from Peripera. This is actually a Korean brand, which is another good segue, oddly enough, into my next point, is I am very interested in the Korean entertainment industry as well as the Korean beauty industry. So K-pop is kind of my preferred genre, or not really a genre because they have so many genres in K-pop. So I guess K-pop is just kind of the music that I listen to most. And don't even ask me to list the groups that I'm into because that's a whole nother video. Hey, maybe the next video will be a K-pop video. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to find out. All I'm really doing right now, I'm not really shaping them too much. I'm just kind of filling in the sparse areas and reshaping them a little bit, actually. Never mind. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Eyebrow Mascara. This is Etude House Color My Brow. This is just going to help bring my brows from more of this cooler brown to more of a warmer, lighter brown. Can you see the difference? Yeah, you can see the difference, for sure. All right, so now that eyebrows and just the general eye area is finished, I'm going to go into face makeup. This is a blush trio that I actually made myself from Makeup Forever. We have a burgundy, an orange, and then also a muted pinky color. And I'm going to be taking these two and just putting them all along the lines of my cheeks. Not necessarily going up, following my cheekbone, but out this way. So kind of bringing everything in a horizontal shape. And then I'm going to be taking just the darker burgundy color, centering that on the apples of my cheeks. And then I'm just gonna do a little bit over my nose, just so it brings the concentration of color here, and then it just kind of gradiates out. And just a bit of a tip, if you do ever feel like you put on too much blush, just take your foundation sponge that you used and just go over it lightly until you get the desired shade. Just a fun tip in case you ever needed it. So another fun fact about me is that I'm actually a certified makeup artist. I was trained in Hoboken, and that was about 2 years ago, I think. So I mainly do proms and weddings is kind of mainly my thing, but I also do photo shoots. I did work in a photo studio for a little while. I do makeup every now and again, but it's been slow, to say the least. I kind of put makeup on the back burner for myself when I got seriously invested in horses again. But now that the horses are slowing down just a little bit, maybe I'll get back into makeup a little bit more seriously. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to move on to lips. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is one of their matte lipsticks in the shade Rosewood. I'm obsessed with this color, especially for fall and winter. It's just a really nice nude color. I'll see if I can swatch it a little bit for you guys. It's such a pretty color, especially when you kind of do a bit of a light wash with it. So what I usually like to do when I do my lip makeup is I warm it up on my hand a little bit, and then I dab it on, mainly in the center, and then I smudge it all out so that it kind of gives more of a tint look instead of a lipstick look. Perfect. So as you can see, it's not super pigmented because I had patted on, because when you swipe it, you're depositing all of that color onto your lip, whereas when you tap it, it's just every single individual tap. And then if you do feel like you did maybe go over your lip line a little bit, or you did kind of have a bit of a smudge here and there, you can just go in and clean it up with your concealer and you will be all set. Oh my gosh, I almost completely forgot contour. Wow. Here I am saying I'm a professional makeup artist and I almost forget to contour myself. Come on, let's get with it. All right, now on to the last step is contour. This is the Aesthetic Cosmetics Powder Contour Kit. I'm going to be taking this, not a super packed brush. It's a little bit more stiff than a regular powder brush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking this color right here, the medium brown color, and I'm just going to be doing this all along my jawline and also right under my cheekbone. Next, we're going to be taking an eyeshadow brush and we're just going to be dipping into the lightest contour color. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that color, bring it right by the head of the brow, down the bridge of the nose towards the bulb, and then we're just going to blend it all out that way. Next, we're going to be taking it right under the tip of the nose just to bring it in just a little bit, and then right down on here. And then we're also going to be shading the sides of the nostrils, and that just kind of brings everything in a little bit more. So that is it. So now we're just going to go in with our setting spray with the Urban Decay De-Slick and Oil Control. We're just going to take our hair down. I'm going to use the viewfinder again. Take our hair down. Fix it up a little bit. All right, guys, that is it for my first video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope it wasn't too weird. If you guys did enjoy it, please hit that subscribe button, and also, while you're at it, hit that notification bell, just so that you get a notification every time I post a new video. I'm still working out the whole schedule thing. I'm not sure if I'm gonna post once a week or twice a week, but I will let you know. If you want, you can also follow me on Instagram at Kyle Regany. That is at Kyle Regany. I'll have it right here. Also, my Snapchat is KYSNAPS98, KaiSnaps98. Also, leave a comment down below as to what other videos you guys would like me to do, what other kind of videos you would like to see. Let me know. All right. That is it for this video. See you in the next one.